Hello and welcome to another stream. It's going to be a really short stream because I should have done this earlier today in the UK, but how's everyone doing? If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Well, that's a little bit loud. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like and share. Follow me on all social media platforms. Hit the Discord button down below because technically you want to keep up to date with everything. Also, if you want to keep up to date with when I'm next live streaming, then obviously stick the notification bell on. So let's get on with it. So, news today. The latest entry into Newegg's official blog list Radeon RX 6000 series specs. Radeon RX 6900 XT. The Newegg Insider is a company blog advertised on a retailer's front page, ran by contributing journalists who may or may not have access to confidential information that retailers possess. The Insider blog is used to provide product overviews and buying guides for customers. Okay? Newegg, one of the largest PC hardware retailers in the United States, so pretty big. It is expected that the company have access to inventory information ahead of the next generation product launch. This information is likely to be embargoed and not made public. Right? The specification listed in the blog do seem to follow the latest rumours, but not to appear fully correct. The Radeon RX 6000 series is expected to feature higher clock speeds compared to the first generation RDNA series. Just yesterday, a leak from the Mac OS 11 firmware indicating the Radeon Pro series based RDNA 2 architecture will feature clock speeds between 2050 to 2500 megahertz. That's insane. Higher clock speeds are also present into the next generation gaming consoles featuring RDNA 2 technology. For us, the RX 6000 series is expected to feature the least 2.0 gigahertz boost clocks. Okay, but it should still be able to clock a little bit higher. But we'll talk a little bit more after that in a second. The specifications on the RX 69 XT or 6900 XT and RX 6700 XT appear to assume that both cards would offer the full Navi 21 and Navi 22 GPU configurations respectively. The same leak earlier is also confirmed that the Navi 21 features up to 80 computer units and 5120 stream processors, while the Navi 22 will top out at 40 computer units and 2,560 stream processors. Interestingly, this touches on the sensitive and much discussed topic, which is memory configuration. Rumours point towards the maximum 16GB capacity for the high-end gaming Navi 21, with possibilities of scaling down to 12GB across 192-bit bus. None of the data has yet to be confirmed. Therefore, I believe it could be speculation listed by Newegg and pure speculation and contributing from the writer. So, from my point of view, there's certain things that I know, certain things I don't know, and it's nice to know. I think, yeah, the fact that Apple's going to be working with AMD as well. They're working with freaking Xbox, they're working with PlayStation, they work with all the laptops, work with servers, they're just going everywhere. So, from my point of view, especially 80 compute units as well, that is really, really quite decent. But also, these cards, the first two cards that are high-end run lower on power, which is definitely better than the NVIDIA RX 39, I forgot what it is, 3800, the RTX 3800 and the RTX 3900. Yeah, it runs better than those for power consumption. So that means you'd be able to slightly overclock more, and it should be cooler depending on how the cooler is. But it looks like NVIDIA's coolers look better than what I've seen already for AMD's coolers, which is kind of scary because I'm hoping to see not a blower type. I want to see something that can actually dissipate heat quite nicely, because the more heat can be dissipated from that actual motherboard on the graphics card, that means that it'll be able to perform better. Obviously, there's other things that it needs to do to be able to perform better. But at 2.5 gigahertz, that's mad. That's proper mad. But I know that there's meant to be 5 cards that are coming, and I've only read and seen a couple of leaks that it's only 1, 2, 3. I think, is it 3 cards that I think is coming out, and I believe there's 5 cards coming out, but going in from October all the way to Q1. So it's pretty crazy, to be honest with you, because technically RDNA 2, if you listen to how it says RDNA 2, it's like in AMD's in their DNA to make the best cards. I've got a feeling, I really have got a feeling that they're going to be really smashing NVIDIA's RTX 3090 out the window. The RTX 3080, well, obviously that's a decent card, but I think this is what I'm also saying to hold off, because I believe that the price is going to go down. I've also heard that this price is going down on a certain website, but I can't remember what the website is. But it's gone down already by £20 on the RTX cards, and that's on the NVIDIA's cards. I think that's on the AIB board partners cards that have gone down in price. But obviously it's speculation saying that the AIB partners did not do things properly with their cards. They kind of cut corners and put in cheap capacitors or MLCCs on the boards, and they're just not very good. But it could be a number of things what's going wrong with these graphics cards. But it just looks like certain people trying to get out of it. We've already seen it with Gigabyte before. Now Gigabyte's doing really well. We've seen it with Asus. We've seen it with MSI, and we've seen it with ASRock. So everything's kind of all different and everything like that. Alright, Archie, how you doing? Sub? Sorry, I meant with any of those be... what? Sorry, I meant... Will any of these be on par with the RTX 3060 Ti? I don't know what you're on about, mate. Right, so yeah, with the AMD graphics card, it's going to be superbly, it's going to be smooth, but there is going to be a few hiccups. And I can tell you what the hiccups are going to be straight away. Is the fact that they're going to be catching up NVIDIA, because NVIDIA has been ahead all this time. They've overtaken Intel. Intel's got some little things in the pipeline, but I'll cover that when I know a bit more about it and how good it's going to be. But Intel can literally pick up the pace and come back again. But for their CPUs, even down to the laptops, AMD's laptops seem to be much faster anyway. But anyway, when I see that the APUs that come out from the RDNA, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. People are going to be wanting the gaming laptops, and it's going to be definitely a better price than what it is for an Intel setup for a laptop. So that's the good thing about it. And this is why I can't wait, because obviously this kind of leak for the Apple sort of stuff is kind of the new generation should be RDNA 3 going through, and that is could be just speculation. I really want to find out when we get further down the line, but I know about these other graphics cards, and they've got some of the clock speeds are not really out yet, because I did say after a while you're going to start to see some leaks coming out. It's what is it, 27th of September, I think. So it's just a little bit under a month, over a month, that the new AMD graphics cards are going to be obviously be announced and then showcase what they can do. But if you look at it like this, there's no way that they're going to have speeds exactly the same as an Xbox or PlayStation. It's got to be quite powerful from that, and obviously AMD knows they got to look after the PC gaming community, and they got an opportunity now because of NVIDIA messed up, and they keep messing up as well. And also, let's talk about the RTX 3080s really quickly. So with obviously the problem with the RTX 3080 is that the board partners might just turn around and try and do a firmware update. That is the cheapest option for it to do, or a firmware update. And the firmware update will mean that your clocks will be a lot lower than what they are. Probably, I think it's 50 megabytes lower. But technically, are you going to be happy about it or not be happy about it? I really want you to leave the comments down below. Let me know, because technically it is really annoying that if you're going to be paying for a graphics card like that, then it should be obviously what the makers said. But obviously Nvidia is going to be involved, and then obviously Zotac. Who else is another one? GameWard, and there's a few others down the line. But I did say EVGA, MSI are really decent graphics cards. I can't remember if Gigabyte is, but motherboards are doing better than what they used to. So technically, they probably didn't cut corners. But it just shows they just wanted more money and they wanted to push it out there really quickly, and they haven't really tested whether the graphics cards run properly or anything like that. Hey Enzo, how you doing, man? Yeah, so that's the problem. So what do you guys think? Do you think like the RX 6900 XT and the RX 67 XT is going to obviously be very competitive with the RTX 3080 and the RTX 3090? We all know that ray tracing is going to be on both, but ray tracing, I believe, from my specs that I've seen, is going to be better, a little bit better on the Nvidia side of things. But the way that the problems are going with all these drivers and everything else. But I know like the graphics cards, I already said from weeks ago that the way the cards look, they look like they'll be able to dissipate heat and run cooler than all these third-party graphics cards, and I've been proven right. It does do that. I wish like these other board partners could do this, or third-party partners for AMD start bringing out some wicked graphics cards. That'd be quite good. Hey fam, I might just wait for the 6000 series. If I get a 3080, yo Max, what's the prices, fam? What for the RTX 3080? They've gone down in price. So I'm gonna do another stream tomorrow and have a look, because I've got the prices already, which I was meant to show you yesterday for the RTX 3070s and the RTX 3060s, but RTX 3060 Ti actually. But I couldn't find it where it was. But it's not bad in price. But at the moment, I'll hold off, because obviously look what's going on at the moment. There's loads of people getting in their graphics cards. They're all sold out. They're all coming in. People that know how to do benchmarks or going to actually start running different games. It's a bit like me. Sometimes I will buy a graphics card and a motherboard, and I won't put the PC together for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. Not for, no, it's a bit long. Probably about 2 to 3 months. And then once I put it together, I'm like, there's a new like components coming out. Should I upgrade or not? And then by that time, I'll start doing benchmarking and testing, and then that's when you run into the problems. Obviously, people are like it's their birthday or Christmas. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna just put it together right now, and then if they're like pretty knowledgeable, they'll do a benchmark or play like the top AAA games, and then they'll find out what the problems are, and then that's what happens. But this is what's happening right now. Everyone's talking about all these problems, trying to fix it. But I'm going to tell you right now that you can either send your graphics card back, and then they'll probably send it on to someone else, and they might not have the problems with it, or they'll just keep hold of it, because obviously there's quite big shortages. Or is Nvidia holding them back so they can get ready for October as well to dish out a few graphics cards, as well as flood, because it's coming up towards Christmas as well, to flood the internet with a little bit more lower end graphics cards as well, because obviously we know, I think it's the RTX 3070 and 3070 Ti and RTX 3060 and the RTX 3060 Ti or Super is going to be coming out around November, I think. Can't remember. But anyway, it just shows that the board partners do not really want to spend money out. And some of them are going to change their boards and put better MCLs on their chips on the actual back of the graphics card, or they're going to put better. I can't even speak properly. Put better post caps on there and make sure everything, or might even load down the voltage at the same time. So new graphics cards you get out, you might as well look that the clock speeds will be a little bit lower if those are the ones that have got cheaper prices for the graphics card. So who knows? I'm fine, mate. I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm going to wait for these GPUs over 3060 Ti. Yeah, you should wait, Archie, because technically, at the moment, why don't we all wait instead of like buying the graphics cards right now? Is if you buy them all right now, this is what's going to happen. You might have problems. And if you have problems, then you've got to send it back. And you send it back, you're going to be annoyed because you ain't got a graphics card. You're going to have to wait like weeks until they find a fix. And if they find a fix, they're not going to give you any money back. They're just going to either lower your graphics card down with a firmware update, or tell you how to like lower it down with Afterburner from MSI, or the new graphics cards might have new chips on it. We don't know. It's all talks, but the video I did put out, this is a reference, the minimum spec, and these board partners haven't gone to the minimum spec. Only the ones that I've said, like MSI with a Trio card. I don't know about their really cheaper cards, like the one begins with V, Vincia or something like that. I don't know about the actual cheaper cards, like the cheaper EVGA cards, but I know EVGA are really good for overclocking. They wouldn't really do things really cheaply. Anywho, so yeah, this is a really short like stream tonight, because technically I was meant to get this out. I meant to get this out earlier today, but I forgot about it. But also 2.5 gigahertz, woohoo! That's gonna be fast, and it just shows it's getting better and better with AMD right now as well. But I'm looking for, there is another graphics card I think is in the pipeline. Because I don't know whether AMD have got another graphics card that's going to be going against NVIDIA's Pro line of graphics cards. I can't remember, but if they do, they're going to have a really powerful workstation. But the only thing is, which I've never really covered, is CUDA cores. Obviously, I love using CUDA cores because I do a lot of content creation and video production and rendering like loads of stuff. Always rendering stuff. But and also I did have problems with AMD with capture cards, but people told me that you can turn the feature off or something. But when I got the new AMD graphics cards and the new AMD Ryzen motherboard, when it first came out, I was trying to like do a capture on the screen, and all I could get was this like thing come up saying, oh, about license, and you can't copy this because this is copyright and stuff like that. But with NVIDIA, just literally put it in, use a game capture card, and it works straight away. So I've always had problems with AMD like that and some of their drivers. But hopefully they would have sorted their drivers out when it comes to light right now. And hopefully the graphics cards don't run too hot, because I know the power ratio on there, you can really give it a proper boost. It's going to be so sick. I really can't wait for it to come out. But anyone wants to answer any questions, ask me some questions right now before I go, because it's going to be short. Right. Archie, it's Ventus. That's the one. That's the one I was thinking of, definitely. I'm going with AMD this time round. You should do. What you like with twinkering around with drivers and that? Are you good with that sort of stuff? No. No, not yet. I don't want any mods at the moment, man. Right, anyway. This has been emotional for tonight. Hang on, let me have a look. This is my phone buzzing off right now. Right, if you want to subscribe, like, share, and also stick your notification bell on so you don't miss a thing. And then also hit me up on the Discord if you want to chat as well about PC stuff. And the PC stuff is got to be, it could be anything and software related, but not like PC stuff that's like Dell or HP combined computers. You know, like business work computers that you just buy. That's not custom. I like doing custom problems. I like complex working out scenarios. That's what I like doing. So do you think we should all know a bit more by my birthday, which is November? I don't know, you could do. But anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe, stick your notification bell on, and like this video or like this stream. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Roger and out.